Yes, sir. What's up, good people? It's your boy, the boy Henry, back at it again with another video. Highguard, baby. It's time. It's time for me to give my thoughts. It's time for me to give my opinions on this game right here. I put a couple of hours into it. I put a couple of days into it. Ran some matches. Shout out to the boy RPG88. He and I ran quite a few matches over the last couple of days. Had a good time. Familiarized ourselves with the gameplay loop, the mechanics, the comings and the goings, the do's and the don'ts. We became quite competent. We didn't win them all, but we didn't lose them all. You know what I'm saying? We was able to, come back from a deficit and stump some people in the mouth. We were able to, successful. Pulled out some wins in quite a few different ways. We even got a dub out in the open, in the field, baby, which felt amazing. Tucking tail behind blocks and walls and pillars and this, that, and the third, out in the field, out there, busting caps across the way, long rifles, assault rifles, body to body, head to head, nade to nade, special ability to special ability. You hear me? And it was fun. Damn good fun. There's one thing about this game. Once you get into it, it's fun to be had here. There's a lot of negative sentiments going on around the game. Some are warranted. Some are not. A lot are not, to be honest with you, from what I've seen, especially the things that get a lot more to views and a lot more to clicks. It's very surface level. Can't really articulate why they dislike it, other than the fact of Concord 2.0, other than the fact of Steam player count, this, that, thing like this, stuff like that. No real nuance, no real criticism, other than I dislike it because other people dislike it. Other people dislike it because their favorite content creator told them to dislike it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that. You can't really have a real conversation about why the game is bad or what the developer studio should do to improve the quality of the game and make it more fun. So that's what I'm gonna do right. That's what I'm gonna do. I got a short list here. It's not long. It's not a drawn out list. Just a couple things. Number one on that list: either increase the player count or create a new mode, a new map for the 3v3. Okay. In these maps, as it sits, you can traverse across them fairly quickly. Especially when you get the gold mount, the gold saddle for your mount, you can get across there fairly quickly. Zip lines here and there, but it's too much downtime, in my opinion, between scraps and going from place to place in order to gather up loot. It's just too much downtime for the amount of players that we have presently in the game. My idea for the 3v3 that we have right now: create a smaller map, a smaller, more aggressive style, quick play type of mode, where instead of full on bases, your team get one tower, the enemy team get a tower. In that tower, it's one generator instead of three. It's one. So that way you get into the fun quicker. You get into the action quicker. Defending is more tension in there because you only got one. It's no, oh, well, they hit us for 30. We can come back next. Ain't no next time. It's you in it to win it right here, right now. And it makes for a lot more chaos, a lot more tension, a lot more stress, a lot more moment to moment fun. I think that would be dope. And in these current maps that we have, throw 1 to 2 more players. I don't need like an 8v8. They're not that big for like an 8v8 or a 10v10. You can add a big team mode later on. I'm talking about right now. We give them things that they can implement at the moment and it not be a big overtaking right now. Creating the smaller maps, I don't feel like would be a huge undertaking, right? Make it like a rush style situation. Constrict those maps, make them more narrow, so teams are going to be forced to hit up against each other head on a lot sooner, a lot quicker. These team fights are more punchy. They got more oomph to them. It's more at stake. I think that'll be an awesome play right there. I think that would be a damn good time. Of course, there's some certain details you have to work out, but this is just an idea. This is a rough idea. Some things I just put together over my time inside the game. Second thing, come down to the fortification of the bases. You can reinforce walls, but you know what I think would be even cooler on top of that? The ability to place traps inside the base. Oh yes. Oh yes. Spike floor traps. Maybe even some triggers in the floor to trigger crossbows popping out the wall and shooting them, doing some damage. Flame traps. Just a couple things to add to the defense of the base and make it a little more dynamic. Make it a little more hazardous for the team who's trying to bust off in there and plant bombs. I think that would be cool. Because as it stands, just reinforcing the wall, it ain't that big a deal anyway. It's not like they're difficult to destroy. They're not really all that difficult to destroy. It costs like an extra couple seconds. They have bombs out in the world that you can loot and then just place on the wall, and then after a couple seconds, the wall is gone. It's blown up. It is what it is. On top of your breaching tools that you get, your rocket launcher or your hammer, you can make short work of these walls. So give the defending team some more tools. Give them something else to put inside of that base to circumvent the enemy team from just coming in, mopping, and take care of business. On top of you and your team coordinating properly and neutralizing the threat. Again, another rough idea. But I feel like it'd be cool. I feel like it'd add more depth to defending the base. Yes. Thirdly of all, it's the one. It's the one because the world itself does feel a bit empty, even with, the different mining outposts and different chests here and there to go collect, and they're few and far in between. So this is why I think more points of interest in the map. Oh yes. And in those points of interest, you can have enemy NPCs kind of like defending something. Defending something, hauling something, like taking a shipment of crystals or loot from one place to the next, and you can kind of pounce on them, kill them, take the stuff, and then loot up that way instead of just having to go to a chest, instead of having to go to a mining outcrop. There's different things inside the map to engage with, because you say raid, and yes, you are raiding the enemy base, but also when people think about raid, we think about different mechanics to engage with inside of the dungeon, inside the area, different mini bosses. They can put mini bosses inside the map, because right now we got the supply drop, which is dope. And I do believe they're gonna start adding more stuff to that supply drop other than the LMG. And for right now, that's fine. We also want them to expand on that, put more powerful weapons in there, different types. Put like a more legendary, superior armor setup in there, to provide even more defense. Maybe even some armors in there that can, you actually recharge health faster. You can revive teammates faster. You get a extra overshield, different things like this, to just make people want to engage with the map itself more often, if that makes sense. Now, shout out to the boy RPG. He had an idea of having turrets on the map. You can hop on and do. I think that should be cool. And it got me thinking, so even for a big team type of mode, where maybe it's 6v6 or 8v8, these types of maps, you can have different things like turrets, airships, artillery strikes, things, what I'm saying? Cool stuff like that, mortar shells, cool stuff like that. Even from the siege tower, to be able to have a turret on the siege tower, we can aim down into the base and blow up walls through that. I think that joint would be cool, like a little Gatling gun, like a steampunk style Gatling gun. Come on with it, bro. You cannot tell me that wouldn't be cool. I think that'll be cool right there. It's a ton of different ways they could expand on this. And again, this game just came out. It's pretty, bare bones. it's all about the gameplay right now. And and after all that said and done, there are some quality of life things that could be added to the game as well. A tab where you can look at your player statistics. We don't have that. We should have that. I think that's at this point that's a necessity in a game like this. Show us how many kills we got, how many deaths we got, how many wins we got, how many ability kills we got, how many ultra kills we got, grenade kills, assists, things like that. And then have that for each and every character in the game, so we can keep track of and tally up, and different data points that we can go to and look at and see how well we're doing with each and every character. And that might be coming in the rank. That might be coming in the rank when the leaderboard hit, and we can see like the top condor in the US, the top condor in whatever. That stuff is probably coming, but it would have been nice if we had that right now. Another quality of life thing I think would be cool would be a player rating system post-match, where you can either thumbs up or thumbs down, or say helpful, or just different things you could click on at the end of the match for each player, each team member, and they could accrue that reputation. It's just something else to collect, something else to add up, and potentially when you get to certain milestones, you get a icon, you get a emote, you get a skin, different things like this that would be cool to have and earn up to and unlock inside the game. Because inside these games like this, those types of things are very important. Very important. People are constantly looking for things to earn, constantly. Gone are the days of just hopping in the game and just playing just for fun. That was one of the key components that people were talking about with Battlefield 6 before launch. We just want to have fun. We just want to play. We play for fun. Not a game here. What they want. Stuff to unlock. What they want. Stuff to work toward. So people will say that until they get it. But when you have stuff in the game like this, it gives more incentive to engage with the game, to pick different characters, to use different skills, use different guns. Proficiencies. That's what people want. People who play these type of games love that type of stuff. And at this point, those types of things are necessities in live service shooters. You ain't no way around it. You gotta have them in there. You got to have them in there. Another thing that I think would be cool, were they to add it, would be, of course, each character can use all the weapons. Keep it like that. But also add a specialty feature to it. Each individual character also has a weapon that is its specialty, to kind of incentivize that person to play that specific weapon. And of course, at the base level, you don't have access to these abilities or what have you. But when it gets to the point to where you can unlock or purchase the gold, quote unquote, variant of whichever weapon it is, then that specific character would unlock a special like perk. That would be cool. Say for example, Condor, with the long rifle. You got the gold version. It already got an extra perk, whereas it's fully automatic. But now if you use that weapon with Condor and you hit an enemy, that enemy becomes highlighted for a certain amount of time, even behind cover and stuff. So it's kind of like it would be like a wall hack, but just an example. You could like tweak and add and throw your ideas out there, but that would be kind of like what I mean. And even if another character has the gold version of it, when they do it, it wouldn't do it, because that's a specific perk, a specific proficiency perk for that specific character. I think that'd be cool. I think that would be awesome. I'm with it. Am I off? And those are just some, after playing for a few hours, I'm like at 10 hours right now. I played a ton of matches. Those are just some rough ideas, some things I think they could add in to make the game a little more fun, to make the game a little more dynamic, make the game a little more cool. That's just where I am. And of course, obviously, get these bugs, get these glitches, get this polish in there, Get the PC brothers and sisters what they want and what they need over there, because they are extremely unhappy on the PC side. Extremely. And it's not a thing that you can just write off, because it's almost unanimous over there about what the issues are. And it's not issues where, oh, this game's trash, this game sucks. It's like performance stuff. And that stuff is extremely important in any game, even if the game is fun. If it's not performative, you're not going to play it. Nobody's about to jump out the window, keep playing a game where it's constantly kicking you out. You could ghost bullets, falling through the map. For example, these are examples, not saying that this is what people are experiencing, but things like that can take you out of the experience and just be like, man, I'm going to play something else. And I wish this team the best. I hope they can bring it on around. I'm enjoying myself. I'm going to play this joint for a minute, to be honest with you. I'm going to play this joint until I'm not having fun no more. Keeping it all the way trail with you, because what they presented here, it's not entirely new, but it is different. They take a little bit from here, take a little bit from there, add it right here into the pot, into the crock pot. Let it cook. And what they're presenting to the people, it's not perfect, but the foundation is solid. What the base of what's here is good, is fun. But that's all I got for you right now. Drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscribe. Let me know how you feel about Highguard. Have you played Highguard? Is it something you are willing to check out? Let me know down inside the comments. I'll catch you outside the next one. Okay.